Lucas.
Present.
Mr. Barnard.
Present.
Cheers. Okay. Our first zoning is, let's see, that's a partial 055B dash 211, 055B 212, and 055B 212A. That's over there on Augusta and.
How many?
Is James here?
Schubert. Chief.
He's here. James, will you come up and explain to us about this thing, please, sir?
Mr. Chairman, thank you. This is a request from Ware Development LLC to rezone the corner of Augusta and Albany Avenue from MU mixed use and CDD MU to C2 highway commercial and, SDD MU to C2 highway commercial and SDD C2. Status of the applicant is developer. Requested action is to change the official zoning map on the three parcels, 211, 212, 212A, from MU mixed use, SDD MU to C2 and SDD C2. Purpose to allow development of a 12,000 square foot retail facility. The MU allows 10,000 square feet retail facility, but their proposed building is actually 12,480, I believe, is that the size of the building. Size of the site is approximately 2.65 acres. The existing surrounding zoning to the north is R90 and SDD R90. To the south is MU, SDD overlay, GI with the SDD overlay, R75 MH with the SDD overlay, and C2 with the SDD overlay. East is R90 and MU, west is C2 with the SDD overlay, R90 and SDD overlay R90. The future land use plan shows the area as urban fringe, which is usually classified as a mixed residential commercial industrial area. The zoning history, the site was initially zoned C3 and R75 MH with SDD overlays, and then at some point it was zoned C2, I believe, and then zoned to MU. If you aren't familiar, just to give you a little bit of history, the corner of Franklin and Augusta, that gray building that's there, I think it's gray, maybe brown. I think that was old Radiator office at one time. And then I believe the corner of Albany and Augusta was a service station.
Gas station.
Maybe owned by Jones Company. And then you had a building there that tried to be a car wash and didn't succeed. And then the out parcel that they have, which is a part of this, I believe is always just been vacant. It's in the corner of Winona and Albany. The site is generally flat. Development potential, the site could be developed with retail, commercial. It's not that big of a structure, and where it could be developed with residential. Attached to the staff report are the adopted rezoning standards. And those rezoning standards appear to support rezoning the property. There's 6 standards there. And they appear to support rezoning the property. The property is located on 2 collector streets, Augusta and Albany. Planning Commission heard the request and recommended the county commission approve the rezoning. I had one phone call that I know of, but he did it to me, and his comments was he don't think that'd be such a bad idea, but he wasn't real sure about the retention pond. But talking with the engineer, the retention pond, which would be where the office building is now, it's a dry pond. So they basically fill up with water in 24 hours it goes, it drains out.
How deep would it be?
I'm not sure.
Where will it drain to?
That's my question.
Is it going,
The earth's gonna get
The
it.
engineer's here, he can answer that.
engineer gonna put it in the street drainage?
It will go into the street drainage eventually.
But it will be dry.
you drop on.
And they'll have it fenced off and everything, hopefully. And
Which, the, drop on they designed on State Street and, Wacona, it gets mowed every time the property gets mowed. The whole pond. So they usually keep, and, well, the ones in the county that I've seen, they keep those mowed.
Does that retention dry pond have to be fenced?
According to the county regulations, I don't know that we have anything that requires a fence. But I think that's something the county commission can put on there, as a condition for rezoning if they want to.
I would definitely be in favor of a fence, any amount of a business that holds water for any length of time. I would
Yeah.
definitely be in favor to have a fence up,
Yeah, just for liability purposes.
right?
Okay. Now, we're gonna need to change this thing. You say he's gonna want a 12,000 square foot building. So it's gonna be a little bigger than what you already required to do. Is that what
No,
you,
sir, EMU allows 10,000 square feet, up to 10,000 square feet. And they're proposing to build a 12,480 square foot building. So it has to go to C2 to build that size building.
okay. So we got to change it.
Do you have to have a retention pond?
I believe for a building that size,
I would highly suggest a retention pond over there because, I know Franklin has flooded before, around trees and so forth. I would highly suggest to have a retention pond.
So this is going to be a Dollar General Market Fresh grocery store,
Yes,
and it'll be, majority of the lot will be covered by the building or paving, right?
yes, sir. They're leaving a 40-foot unstubbed buffer in the rear or the side,
40
back
feet.
towards the residential area.
so are they going, the old building that's been there for years and years unoccupied, that's gonna be torn down, done away with?
Right.
Okay.
You do the whole clean side except for the 40-foot buffer area
Okay.
along the side, the east side of the addition.
And they doing that just to keep quiet from the residential area?
Okay. Is there anybody against this rezoning? Nobody against it?
Might need
I'm
to-
like Steve, I don't know if I really want the retention pond. I don't, in these areas like this, it's kind of eyesore.
I mean, you got
Me.
good drainage and everything
If
through
you
there.
got good drainage, why do you really have to have a retention pond?
that
Y'all
might be-
engineer answer that question?
Hey, y'all, do y'all want one?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners,
Yeah.
I'm Pete Schoenauer with Ware Engineering. As standard practice, basically what we need to do is we run a pre versus post-development analysis with the runoff from the site. And what the retention pond does, it holds back the water, so we're not overstressing downstream infrastructure, in this case, the county-owned pipe systems in the street north of us. So it's just, it's how all these projects are done. I can't say I've done one without some sort of detention or detention.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty much like a
That's pretty much
requirement now when you
mandatory.
I
have
thought it
a,
was just city limits.
yeah, commercial and that for
It
paving
is.
and impervious surface and all that stuff, you got to have a
Well, the
retention
Dollar
pond.
General right in front of the
Got to
college.
raise them skeeters somewhere.
They do.
Got to raise them skeeters somewhere.
Between them and the Mexican trailer,
That's right, they get,
but it's more behind the Dollar General than it is the Mexican trailer, but it's behind them.
okay,
Flash.
thank you.
Talking about Family Dollar, not
Family
Dollar
Dollar,
General.
yeah, Family Dollar.
Okay,
Can we ask Brandon his opinion on the retention pond?
anybody?
I know we do have drainage problems on Albany Avenue. And, we've cleaned that pipe across from Littlefield's business. It goes all the way across that intersection over there by the flash food side several times. And Albany Avenue has drainage problems all up and down, because that's what's been there so long and it's in such bad shape that it needs cleaning out from can to can't all the way, in city limits all the way out to.
Mr. Chairman,
I know it's all undersized out there because it's old and it's undersized, and we're not gonna be able to change all of it, so we're gonna have to live with what we got.
What, his analysis is showing is he's trying to, make sure there's not a decrease in the runoff. So he runs the pre-development and post-development, and that, pond that he's got designed is gonna keep that, from coming off so fast that it floods everybody else out.
Right.
And so that's what a stormwater ordinance would do,
Right.
and it makes sure you're doing smart development. And so that's exactly what we would like to see, not that you're against development, but you just wanna make sure that they're doing it in a smart way, it's not gonna be flooding out their neighbors.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I appreciated seeing that on those plans, and, that's exactly what, what we want to see.
a slow drain
Right.
instead of a fast drain.
Yes, sir.
Well, Brandon, isn't that pretty much, I know in the city, they pretty much require that
There-
in any
There's
type
this
of commercial.
City.
stormwater ordinance, there was
Right.
a study done back in the nineties.
Right.
One of the recommendations coming out of the study was for the county and the city to adopt the stormwater ordinance, and the county never did, but the city did, the city has one in place. And so he's, designing these projects, so he doesn't have to reinvent the wheel every time he has one, and he's got this plan in place, and so that's, I think it's needed, and I was glad to see that.
Yeah, I'm glad to see it
I am
through that
too.
retention pond.
Only thing I'd, just reiterate is the fence, because of our children.
Keep it clean.
Yeah,
A
keep it
lot of
clean
young
and
men
have
been
a fence.
drowned in them too, down in Jacksonville. Every
4
time
inches
you
of
hear
water.
them's in a retention pond.
Yep, that's why we need a fence.
Okay. Anything else on it?
They said they were more than happy to fence it so that it's, keep, kids or anything like that out.
I appreciate it, that'd be great.
Okay.
Thank you, Chairman.
All right, thank you, Brandon. We need to vote on this now?
We moved it over to the meeting. This is
Move,
just public.
okay, we're gonna move it over to the meeting, all right? All right, let's go to the next one. We got another one over there, let's see, where's it at? And this is road closing and abandonment in California Avenue, from Connecticut Avenue to New York. James, will you come and explain this one? What they wanting to do?
Yes, sir, this is a request by Mr. Thompson to close California Avenue from Connecticut Avenue to New York, it's one block. Existing there, it's a dirt road, has been graded in the past. There's no drainage on the road, it's approximately 245 feet, more or less. And it has a right of way of 60 feet, existing zoning are 75 minutes. I have spoke to all the property owners. Mr. Thompson owns all on the east side, and, his son owns one property on the west side, and another gentleman owns the other property on the west side, and I spoke to all those, and they don't have any issue with it being closed or anything.
Is the road growed over?
It's not, it's been graded in the past.
A lot of people use that road.
I don't think so.
I mean,
I haven't got any calls of it.
if we close it off, people on Connecticut Avenue, where are they gonna have to go around it? All the way down
Yeah,
to, about 2 blocks down?
Oregon.
They'll have to go back. It's kind of cutting people off there, ain't it? Is it? Is Mr. Thompson here?
I haven't seen him, I think he just had a surgery
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. He had a
Was this published out there on the road that we was gonna close it? It was, it had a sign on it.
But you say they've been using this road, James?
It looks like it's been a graded road. It said it was a graded road, yeah.
I think it's one of the few roads left that's not paved over there, that section, that
Yeah.
one lot section.
And he owns property on both sides, don't he?
He owns property on one side, his son owns property on the other side. I think they, him and the son own it together on the other side. And then there's another gentleman owns on the corner.
So, like you were saying, if you got New York Avenue and then that California connects back into Connecticut Avenue, I guess it is over here. So how far would they have to go to get back over, to Connecticut if they were going down New York if we close this off?
You gotta go 2 blocks back that way. Or, I don't know how far would they come back on the east side?
Well, I think New York runs all the way to New Mexico,
Yeah,
and, I think Connecticut run all the way to New Mexico. I think it's on that.
yeah. I think it's paved, and,
So this Connecticut, New York is already paid.
yeah, I think New York and Connecticut, I believe paved, ain't they? Is both of them paved on each side?
Yeah, so both of those roads run all the way to, New Mexico, and I think, I'm not sure if the, I think New York's paved all the way through, and then, I'm not sure about Connecticut. Connecticut paved all, they're paved all the way through as well.
There's probably a water line and all down that road too, ain't there?
There's nothing on that road.
There's no water line down
No
it?
water, no sewer, no power, no nothing. Everything comes off Connecticut, New York.
Okay.
Do you need a drainage easement retained?
Miles, so we don't do anything.
So I guess this basically would be like a shortcut if somebody was coming out of New York and need to get back over here to Connecticut, they could just cut across through there.
Yeah. Is there anybody here against closing that portion of the road? Have anybody against it? I like we have nobody against it. That's a portion of California Avenue. Okay. Anything else y'all need to ask James?
Not on that one.
I don't know.
You might
Thank you,
want to stay
James.
up here for the next
And
one.
you did see the signs that been out there, James, right? I mean, they know what's,
Posted on the property and in the paper.
Nobody's come forward, okay?
We got a picture in the file when we posted it, you know, we keep that.
Okay, stay right there, 'cause we got one more.
I don't know.
All right, let's move on to, we're gonna carry that one over. Let's go to the road closing and abandonment of New Jersey Avenue and Alley from New Mexico Avenue to Arizona Avenue. Okay. This is a request from Mr. Stacy Melton. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, this is a request from Mr. Melton to close a unopened right of way, runs to a block of, land that he owns. It's an unopened right of way of New Jersey Avenue, it runs from New Mexico to Arizona, and also a 10-foot alley just north of New Jersey Avenue that runs through there as well, from New Mexico to Arizona Avenue. Both of these are unopened, approximately 500 feet in length. New Jersey has a right of way of 65 feet, and the alley has a right of way of 10 feet. You can see on the maps that actually, I don't know when it was, way back when, somebody was building a structure in the middle of, New Jersey Avenue. So
Yeah,
his plans there are to, redesign that block and re-subdivide it off the existing roads going around,
okay.
and sell tracts of land.
And he owns the whole piece in there,
He owns everything.
okay.
Except, I'm sorry, he owns everything except the lots facing Pennsylvania, I believe it is.
Facing Pennsylvania.
Stay on the
Okay.
building that's built in this road.
He does, he acquired it, he didn't build it, he acquired it. So,
Okay. All right. Do we have anybody oppose that? Is there any water or sewer down those alleys or that road? No water nor sewer?
They're all big trees.
No utility or nothing? Okay. All right. Thank you, James. Okay, let's carry that now.
That's it.
We need to get out of that public hearing.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we close out our public hearing.
Okay, you got a motion?
I second.
You got a motion and a second. All in favor? Okay, public hearing closed. Now we're gonna turn and go into the, Ware County Board of Commission regular meeting, Monday, November the 13th, and then we're gonna say it's 5:40. We're gonna open the meeting. You done put the new thing, okay, I got it right here. Approved, I hear a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Got a motion and a second on the agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the agenda approved. Don't have a guest speaker, do we? We have, Teresa, is she gonna be here with the employee of the month? Yes, sir. Yeah, we got an employee of the month. Would you come up, please?
Good evening.
The Ware County Board of Commissioners would like to recognize Ms. Pam San Nicolas as Employee of the Month for November 2023. Pam began her career with us in November 2007 as the Administrative Assistant for the Commission Office. After almost 10 years of exemplary service in that position, she transferred to the DA's office in February 2017 as Administrative Assistant. Our District Attorney now, Marilyn Bennett, nominated her employee for this award. Her nomination reads, Ms. San Nicolas works as the Ware County Legal Secretary within our office. Her job duties include opening and closing all Ware County files received through our office from local law enforcement, managing court calendars, receiving and processing all Ware County court filings, and is responsible for processing extradition requests for arrests made out of state on a local charge, among many other tasks. As a legal secretary, Ms. San Nicolas demonstrates all the skills desirable in any employee. She arrives on time, rarely takes off work, works late as needed due to court deadlines and attorney schedules, receives job assignments with a smile, is a team player, stops to check in with her coworkers regularly, and does it all with a smile and positive attitude. Just this year alone, she has opened 520 case files, which is about 22% of all cases received in our office year-to-date across the 6 counties our offices serves in the Waycross Judicial Circuit. She understands how important her role is within our agency's larger role as an office to prosecute felony crimes, assist crime victims during what is often the worst time of their lives, and to do all these things fairly and respectfully. As she nears a well-deserved retirement with her husband, children, and grandkids at the end of this year, our office is already grieving her absence. She plays a vital role in our office, and we are forever grateful for her service to our department within Ware County, and she will be greatly missed. So if I can have Ms. Pam and her husband Joey and Ms. Marilyn Bennett, you all can come up.
Jerry.
Joey, don't let us spend all that money in one place.
Hey, these man. See you.
That's county money, man. It can't be-
Congratulations.
All right.
Let us spend all that money in one place. Thank you.
Congratulations, Pam. All right. Let's go on to the consent items. I need a motion to approve the minutes for October 2023.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to approve the minutes from the work session October the 9th, 2023, public hearing October the 9th, 2023, regular meeting October 9th, 2023, and call meeting October 23rd, 2023.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, I got a motion and a second. Let's vote on it. Let me call the names out. Mr. Burris,
Aye.
Mr. Pope,
Aye.
Mr. Lucas,
Aye.
Mr. Barner,
Aye.
chair votes aye. Okay. All right, agenda items. This is the resolution for 2023-30, award the bid for asbestos abatement project. And we discussed that in the work session.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to accept this award bid for the asbestos removal for the IT building.
Okay. Got a motion. You got a second?
I got a second.
Okay. Bit.
Do we need to include the amount? Well, I wait.
Well, it was to take the roof off for 15,000, wasn't it? Is that what you,
Yeah, that's 15,980.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you say the public works is gonna take it down? Yes. But we're just gonna okay, this is to remove the asbestos. Okay, let's vote on it. Mr. Burris?
Aye.
Mr. Pope?
Aye.
Lucas?
Aye.
Mr. Barner? Chair votes aye. Okay. Okay, B, resolution of 2023-31, authorize annual rate adjustment for solid waste collection and disposal.
Chairman, I'll motion that we accept this, rate adjustment, resolution 2023-31.
To raise the rate.
For rate,
Second.
right.
Okay. This is an annual contract, okay. Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? Let's vote on it. Mr. Burris?
Aye.
Mr. Pope?
Aye.
Mr. Lucas?
No.
Mr. Barner?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Okay. The resolution for 2023-32, approve increase of pay for Ware County volunteer firefighters.
Mr. Chair, I
Now-
move that we accept resolution 2023-32 for the increase of pay for Ware County volunteer firefighters.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. To raise it from 15 to 25.
Right. And also on the training, I believe it is 25, I believe also.
Okay. Got a motion and a second. Let's vote on it. Mr. Burris,
Aye.
Mr. Pope,
Aye.
Mr. Lucas,
Aye.
Mr. Barner,
Aye.
chair vote aye too. Okay. The resolution for 2023-33 approves second half agreement for the fiscal year 24 indigent services.
Mr.
Your
Chairman,
motion?
I move that we accept the resolution 2023-33, approve second half of agreement for fiscal year 24, starting in January of 24 for indigent services.
I'll second it.
Okay. Got a motion and a second. Let's vote on it. Mr. Burris?
Aye.
Mr. Pope?
Aye.
Mr. Lucas?
Aye.
Mr. Barner?
Aye.
Chair vote aye. Okay. This is E, resolution for 2023-34, approve employee safety incentive pay.
Mr.
I
Chair,
know what that's about.
yes, sir. That's
Got
about
a
that.
motion?
I move that we accept resolution 2023-34, approve employee safety incentive pay.
I second, Mr. Chairman.
Got a motion and a second. Okay, let's vote on it. Mr. Burris?
Aye.
Mr. Pope?
Aye.
Mr. Lucas?
Aye.
Mr. Barner?
Aye.
Chairman vote aye. Okay.
Mr. Chairman,
Mhm.
I know we voted on it, but now, just for clarification, this is just for the employees, no,
Volunteer.
huh?
This is for
Everybody.
the volunteers.
Not
Motion
talking,
was for everybody.
Oh, you talking about you talking about,
yeah, but
okay.
it's, incentive pay,
Incentive pay was,
so it won't be any constitution officer, no,
Is that how you wanted it?
That's not
Had you
what.
want- had you want your motion
I had a motion was good,
Motion said everybody.
said everybody.
okay, well, I just wanted to make sure we
Yeah.
clear on that,
Yeah.
because
You'll make
I
sure,
know Steve was,
yeah, he won't give his back with
yeah. You understand that? I mean,
You got that, Steve?
He got that, he'll just give his back when he gets it.
I'll donate mine.
He put it in
We'll all donate
donation.
it.
okay, just wanted to make sure we were clear on that.
He got, okay.
On one aspect on that, Mr. Chair, I believe Mr. County Manager brought up that the money that we just received didn't equal the amount that it would cost to give the raise, but the credit we're gonna get in January exceeds the amount that it's gonna cost us to pay out.
Right.
Is that right, Mr. County Manager?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's all on that one. Okay, F, Ware County Purchasing Policy Revision. Now, we discussed this the last meeting, I believe it was, or something, wasn't it? We brought it over.
Brought it over to this one?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
And this is
We
where
have a
we're-
motion to accept.
I move that we accept the Ware County Purchasing Policy Revision as set forth and read earlier,
Okay.
with all the revisions that were asked for.
I have a second on that.
I second.
We got a second. Okay, let's vote on it. Mr. Burris?
Aye.
Mr. Pope?
Aye.
Mr. Lucas?
Aye.
Mr. Barner?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Okay. This is G, cancellation of lien for a bond issue.
Chairman, I make
Y'all
a
know
mo-
what that's for? It's for to release that bond on property.
Right.
Been sold and the bond been paid, so we can release the property. I guess that's what they're asking for.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we accept the lien cancellation for the bond issue.
Second.
Okay. Got a motion and a second. Let's vote on it. Mr. Burris?
Aye.
Mr. Pope?
Aye.
Mr. Lucas?
Aye.
Mr. Barner?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Okay. Now, H, discussion and possible action concerning the 2024 Georgia DOT LMIG application. Now, we discussed this a little bit.
Hold on, that ain't what.
Before we get a motion, do y'all want to,
We need something else here.
Oh,
huh? That's where I'm at.
Tax refund under authority for Larry Barber.
yeah,
Discussion? No. H,
yeah.
it ain't here.
Uh-huh.
How did I didn't have that? I didn't have it on my list. Where you got it? Where'd you get that from?
That's the new
Y'all got an
revised
agenda
list.
for the chairman?
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. I misplaced it. It was over here on the other side, okay. Eight. Okay, we got a H, tax refund under authority of the OCGA 48-5-3080 for Larry Barber for veterans exemption. Okay, is that just for that one case?
Yeah,
Just that one that Billy Carter was talking about.
Okay,
Yeah, because I
Because-
think taxes are due, Wednesday. this
right.
Wednesday.
We want to do this, but we also, now we're gonna have to do the other one as a resolution to give him authority to do that, Nick.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
But we can do that for the next.
okay, well, okay, I hear a motion on this.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve this tax refund, under part of OCGA 48-5380 for Larry Barber for the veterans exemption.
And I'll second that motion.
Okay, got a motion and a second. All right, let's vote on it. Mr. Burson?
Aye.
Mr. Pope?
Aye.
Mr. Lucas?
Aye.
Mr. Barner? Chair votes aye. Okay, now rezoning, rezoning application, partial 055B-211, 055B-212, 055B-212A.
Mr. Chair, sorry for bringing this up so late, but I've had several text messages and calls. I got several people that lived in the direct vicinity of where this building's gonna go up at, and they deeply, deeply oppose and would like to talk to me in person before it's approved. And it just come to my attention today.
They
I mean,
want
they
to
didn't-
oppose it?
Yes,
Is anybody here? It wasn't none of the zoning.
being
They're not
posted,
It's too late now.
advertised.
I mean, they just notified me through text message today, and
I had some
they had
text too
notified me
We can't go
before.
by that.
You did. Opposing it.
against it.
Who
You get
is?
the same thing you getting them?
Some text
Yes, sir,
on the
that's,
phone, but it was posted, so
I mean, I've got several, and they would just like to talk to me and asked if we could talk before it was approved. I wish they would, I wish I'd have known before now, but I can't keep it quiet.
There's a public hearing for today.
Yes, sir.
Council.
The developers are here, the engineer, and then people representing Pro, we're all here to speak about it today at this meeting. We're more than happy to answer any questions anyone has.
So what he said, there's people out there in the community who want to talk with him personally about it.
Yeah, that's what, they said that they want to talk to me personally about it. And I deeply apologize to y'all, but they didn't bring it to my attention until now.
Too late.
And
That's too late. You can't do that.
We got,
It's done been approved in the zoning.
no, the rezoning hasn't been approved yet. That's what we're here to do, is approve the rezone.
We asked for the,
Mr. Chairman, if I may, so I think the board at this time has a couple of options. Obviously, we had a notice and posted public hearing earlier, which, to your point, the intent was to take any public comment for or against the rezoning. So that public hearing has been closed at this time. With that said, the board now has the choice. They can make a motion to either approve or deny the request for rezoning. They also could, if you deemed appropriate, take a motion to table it to study further and then bring it back next meeting. So it's at the board's pleasure as to how we proceed at this point.
At this time, I would have to move to table it. Let me go talk to my constituents, and let's readdress it in 2 weeks.
Which,
I mean, nothing I can do about the timing with this.
okay, but let,
And before we get into a discussion, do we have a second for the motion to table?
Can I say something?
Hold on just a second. All right, so we don't have a second for the motion to table. So do we have a motion to approve or deny?
I make a motion we approve the zoning. This has been set forth, it's been advertised in the paper, plus posted beside the road. For 4 weeks, James?
15 days, something like that, 18 days, something like that.
yeah.
I mean, if we don't have guidelines to go by, we'll be derailed on everything we do. I hate it for the people out there, but, you know,
Should have been here.
So we have a motion to approve. Do we have a second for that?
Do I have a second?
I'll second that for discussion. I wanna.
Okay, got a motion and a second. To accept it as a rezoning request. Is that what you say? As a rezoning was requested to permit, okay?
Yep.
And I got a second.
You got a
Okay,
question?
any
And I got
any discussion?
in this, on the discussion phase of it, and to address Commissioner Lucas' point, and like I say, we had the public hearing, and so these people, they didn't say anything about this prior to this?
No, sir. I just got my text while we were sitting here in the meeting, several of them. And
Because I think the chairman, he always asks the question, is there anybody here support it, anybody here to, against it? And, you know, and it's kinda like, you know, the gate's closed now, you know, and
Yeah.
just, it would be kinda like going backwards, you know, to say, okay, but I understand what they're saying, but they had ample opportunity, you know, to speak their piece about it, you know, and I'm just curious as to what, you know, their rationale would be for not, you know, I mean, wanting to talk. They just said they had some questions. They didn't say they were against it.
no, they said they were against it. They said that it would be an eyesore. It's gonna bring more traffic to the area than is needed in the area. We've already got a Flash Foods on the other corner, excuse me, a Circle K on the other corner. And it's just gonna make that part of the town too busy, for the two-lane roads in every direction. And
Competition's good.
Competition's always good, but, I mean, you can't, there's no comp when it comes to a grocery store and a gas station.
And like, Tim, if I had known this before, you know, we got one public hearing, hey, I wouldn't have a problem with tabling at that time, but, you know, nobody's said anything, and, you know,
Is James still here? James, it was published, the,
It was posted on.
posted out there, everything like it was supposed to?
It was posted on the corner of Franklin and Augusta, and it was running the paper for, East 3 Saturdays is what we call it, but I think it goes on Wednesdays now, for at least three Wednesdays before the night.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not saying that none of that took place. They're just,
Well, they should have been here. They should have come. I mean, really, we can't.
well, you got a motion in a second. So put
We
it
got
to
a
the
motion and a second. Let's vote on it. Mr. Burris,
I,
Mr. Pope, Mr. Lucas,
No.
Mr. Barner, chair votes aye. Okay. Where I'm at now.
Road closing.
On J, road closing. Okay, on J, road closing application. California Avenue from Connecticut Avenue to New York Avenue.
Mr. Chair, I move that we accept the road closing application sent in by Mr. Irvin Thompson from California Avenue from Connecticut to New York
I
Avenue.
second that.
Okay, got a motion and a second, okay? Let's vote on it. Mr. Burris?
Aye.
Mr. Pope? Mr. Lucas?
Aye.
Mr. Barner?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Okay. Now, let's see which one of them, we gotta go to J, with K now, ain't we? Road closing application for New Jersey Avenue from New Mexico Avenue to Arizona Avenue. I hear a motion on that one.
I make a motion, we did the road closing New Jersey Avenue from New Mexico to Arizona.
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second. All right. Let's vote on it. Mr. Burris?
Aye.
Mr. Pope? Mr. Lucas?
Aye.
Mr. Barner? Chair votes aye. Okay. County manager report.
I don't have anything, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner's comment. On the commissioner's comment, I would like to say something on the bridge. I think we had a little report here, and maybe Scott might could talk it better than I can.
Yes, sir.
Update us a little bit on the overpass on Albany Avenue.
Yes, sir. This is a progress report. We get this monthly from Practical Design Partners in Tucker, Georgia, who's designing the overpass on Albany Avenue. And basically, the work completed over the prior months is they continue to work on the preliminary plans. Also worked on the bridge design and also the utility coordination. They sent out the notices to all the utilities to get information from them. They completed the soil survey and revised the railroad right-of-way after they've gotten some map data from CSX. And they are to meet with CSX, which is what's going to be done this month, is continue on with the design of the roadway and the bridge and complete the soil survey, and then also meet with CSX because of some questions they have about right-of-way. It appears, and Brandon can probably back me up on this, it appears that CSX does not have right-of-way across Albany Avenue.
Does not
Shocking,
have.
isn't it? And that's what they're trying to verify. That CSX does not have right-of-way across Albany Avenue. Is that correct, Brandon? Didn't I say that correctly?
Yes, sir, that's exactly correct.
So anyway, they're gonna meet with CSX to make sure what they're seeing is correct.
So when you say they don't have right of way across Albany Avenue,
Correct. Better, it stops on both sides and it doesn't cross over. It's almost like a
Albany
gap,
Avenue.
it's almost like a gap in their right-of-way where Albany Avenue goes through.
It must have been an error somewhere or another.
Albany Avenue must have been there before the railroad.
Albany Avenue.
Based on the research I've seen, and I think I sent copies of y'all from 1892, that was a road that led from Waresboro into Tebowville.
T-Bowville.
Right,
And,
one of the original roads.
yep, and that is the reason why, is because Albany Avenue got its name from the Brunswick Albany Avenue Railroad line, and it paralleled that railroad line, so that's where Albany Avenue came from. That's where the name came from.
And that's
So
where the
it
railroad
could
still
be-
is.
It could be that somewhere down the line, it was put there and never acquired the right of way. I don't know, but they're gonna verify that with CSX.
We're selling the right of way.
yeah, I
There you
mean,
go.
We just charge them enough for the bridge and build the bridge.
well, I mean,
There you go, that'll work.
I've got a new price of that right of way.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's real expensive.
Brandon, would you,
Other than
okay, you
that's
go
it.
ahead, is that
That's
all you
it.
got?
That's all, that's where they're.
I'd like to ask him about the, US one bridge, if he has an update on it, anything that we
I
could.
think, Chairman, they kind of postponed their right-of-way acquisition, but from what I have heard, I think they have began that process on the right-of-way acquisition and have reached out to some of those property owners. The bid date has been postponed to 2026. Isn't that correct, Scott? Do you remember what month?
It was supposed to be bid 2024, June, and so it's moved to 25.
25.
2025.
So they,
What pushed it out?
right-of-way problems.
Well, is our right of, now on Albany, it's still tentatively 24 bid date? Is that correct?
No, that is, well, I don't know. I need to
The
check
last
that.
of 24, I
The
believe you said.
schedule they gave us, I don't remember what it was, but I'll have to find
I
out.
think it was about a
Albany Avenue.
2-year schedule, wasn't it, Mr. Chairman?
Yeah, it was
About
24
a 2-year
months.
schedule.
Yeah.
I believe it said 20,
I
last of
know
24.
that. I think so, yes, sir.
Okay.
So for them to acquire the property now, it's gonna cost about 13 million, right?
About that amount.
About that?
Yeah.
Somewhere
Okay,
about.
thank you, Brandon,
Sir,
for
thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Mr.
telling
Brandon.
us. Thank you. Okay, is any more comment? Anything, anybody?
I've
want?
got one. I would like our county manager to address the problems at the fire department. It's been on social media. It's been busting up the screens and stuff, and remarks has been made. I think the county manager needs to correct. And
Yes, sir.
since he's the county manager, fireman falls up under his category, so it's his responsibility to address the situation without us having to
Yes,
do it
sir.
ourselves.
A week or so ago, I made the decision based on some of the comments that were made about fire truck uses, that we should pull back and not use the trucks as much as we have been, primarily because they're used a lot. And so I asked Dee if he would, the fire chief, to pull back on that as far as what trucks were used, where they were used, because they were being used quite a bit. Some comments about, they're being moved more so for community events than actually answering fire calls. So that was a decision I made, but in hindsight, I had some, it was misinformation on my part. And so we corrected it. It's back to where it was. I do think sometime down the road, in a short period of time, we need to address that of that equipment, all equipment as far as fire trucks and such, of when and how these trucks should be used when it comes to community events, primarily because these trucks are used in the county. It's not like the city of Waycross where it's less miles on trucks, whereas we're way out in the county, traveling great distances. We don't have new equipment. It's got some years on it, and I think it might help stretch those resources a little bit more if we look at certain community events to participate in and try to pull back on some. It's just as a discussion more so than anything. But that problem has been rectified. I know that we had trucks there at the fair this past week. So anyway, it's been clarified and cleaned up, resolved, and so we're back to where we are. But I would like to bring for a discussion back to the commission, as I was mentioning, how those trucks should be used and when they should be used for community events. Because the fire chief does get a lot of requests for using those trucks and various things throughout the community. So.
And it's very good, in my opinion, it's very good for first responders to be engaged in the community as much as possible, other than just on the job. Public appearance and, being in law enforcement, and Steve and Jerry grew up under, your presence, just your presence being there, the citizens appreciate that.
As long as the county's got proper coverage.
Right, as long as the
Don't pull
county's
something
covered.
for the north side of the county, take it to the south side, and leave the north side of the county unprotected.
I agree.
Let me ask you something, Scott, does our insurance company allow the fire trucks and all to be in all these events and different things?
Yes, sir. It covers the vehicle.
It covers it?
The one question I do have, Mr. County Manager, is brought to my attention, and I don't know the exact wording of it, but our specialty truck that we have, SARS or something like that, being parked in a city fire station. I was told that one of our trucks is parked in a city fire station, and my question is would our insurance cover that truck if something happened to it in a city fire station?
What truck is that?
One of our emergency responding trucks is what I was told. It had been at Fire Station 1 and then Fire Station 3 and.
That I don't know, but I'll check into that.
There's another program, GSAR program.
GSAR.
Trucks that have it.
Okay.
That's city county jointly. They put them in the city.
But we got two of them.
Yeah, they go in the
And
city.
they're both in the city.
Yeah.
We don't have one in the county.
They don't use them in the county. County's not part of it.
County's not part of G-Star?
But they're our
They
trucks.
said it not.
They're our trucks.
Exactly.
So why would we not be a part of it if they're our trucks?
I don't know. I have to ask fire chief.
I'll check into that and get back to y'all, find out what's going on.
Yeah, that kind of concerns me. If they're our trucks, they're our equipment. I don't mind the co-oping deal, and I understand all that, and.
It is a joint program.
I understand that.
It is a joint program.
But if those trucks belong to us, but we don't have nobody involved in it, I don't understand that. Why do we pay the money for it?
Right. I'll check into that and let y'all know.
So Scott, I just wanna make sure I'm clear, what you're saying is basically we back to square one like we were with the fire. We're just gonna monitor it a little bit more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
But we need to have a discussion on that because, you can rack up a lot of wear and tear on those vehicles doing that when the primary purpose is to answer calls. You know, and you don't wanna wear a piece of equipment out for something that's not being used, should be used for.
Okay, I think that's good, and like I say, I did know what Commissioner Luker was saying about, you know, presence and interacting and all that, but also we do wanna look at, I guess, you know, our responsibility to try to maintain the equipment too. But, I just think it's something they've been doing so long till people have kinda got used to it, not saying that makes it right, but they've gotten used to it, you know. So I think it's some kind of way it can be a win-win situation for everyone.
Well, back in my policing days, I mean, we called it community policing because you were policing for the community, to the community. You know, you're policing at their leisure basically because they're the ones paying you to do it. We wouldn't get a check if they didn't pay taxes. And I just think that community firefighting will be hand in hand, be the same. They've got to be able to interact with the citizens somehow.
Okay.
Chairman, the only thing I'd like to say too is, and not about that, I'm through that, about the fire trucks, but just for everyone just to remember what's going on in Israel and over in that part of the country is just atrocious, you know, the thing that's happening, the little babies, you know, premature babies can't even, I mean, it's just, you can't hardly watch that without just getting choked up about it, so just keep them in prayer, you know, because, it's there now, but who say it couldn't be here, you know? So that's just something we need to keep in mind.
Pray for our leaders.
That's right.
Pray for
Do
leadership.
the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this thing here, we need to study this L meeting project too. Y'all think about that, what we're gonna spend on it. Okay, any more? Okay, I hear a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Mr. Chair.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.